cheating, to stealing, to fighting, and to drinking. If you cheat, may you cheat death. Steal, may you steal the heart of the woman or the man that you're with. If you fight, may you fight for your brothers and your sisters.
Well, I started watching Love Island Australia last season, and because I was so behind, I didn't review it. And this season, I've decided, hey, what the hell? I already, reviewed the other two, so why not? Let's go for it. Hey there, it's Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Love Island Australia, Season 5, Episode 1. This is my second time actually watching Love Island Australia. I jumped onto the Love Island bandwagon a bit too late, I think, so I'm seasons and seasons and seasons behind. But anyway, I'll try my best and review and give my honest opinion. I try not to give derogatory terms or say anything that would hurt my feelings, so I wouldn't want to say anything that would hurt anyone else's feelings, so bear with me. So you have 5 Islander girls and 5 Islander boys. And it's interesting that the age range for the girls is sort of between 21 and 26. And for the boys, it's sort of 22 to 25. And it's, okay. So the girls, you have Savanna, she's 25. Tia is 24. Tyra is 23. Kira is 25. And apparently, she was briefly on Mavs because her sister Bronte was married to the dude. If you watch Mavs, then you'll know the guy who her sister Bronte was married to. Anyway, you then have Nakia, and she's the final girl. She's the youngest. She's 21. With the boys, you have Zach, 25. He's a Kiwi. Ben is 22. He's a model. Trent is 25. He's a country boy. He and Zach are the oldest guys in the group. And then you have Ollie, who's 24, who's an English guy, who's currently lives in Australia. And you have Nate, who's 24 and is a personal trainer. They're okay looking. They look like, they're not sort of like Instagram models and stuff. So I like the fact that most of them look natural. So hopefully they're there for the right reasons and they're not just there to get followers and be famous. But anyway, everybody that goes on reality TV, the majority, that's why they're there. Anyway, it's revealed that this season, the girls will be picking. So it's the first season that the girls get to pick. But what happens is the guys step forward and then the girls will sort of choose who they want from either the guys that have stepped forward or the ones that are in the back queue. And so the first one up is Tia. She gets to go first. And all the guys step up for her because it seems they really like her. And out of all the guys, she decides to go with Trent. He was ecstatic. You could see on his face. I don't know how that will play up though. But Trent is older, so hopefully they'll be a bit mellow. You have Savanna, she's 26. She goes for Zach. Zach is 25, so he's a year younger. Zach didn't look impressed. He did not look impressed at all when he was picked. You could tell he wasn't happy to be picked. And poor Ollie kept stepping forward until he got tired. Next up is Tyra. Tyra, she's 23, so she couples up with Ben. And Ben is only 22. I don't know. That's going to be the drama couple, I think. Kira, she eventually picks Ollie. What do I think? I think she's going to milk it. I think she's going to want to be more famous than her sister and she's going to do anything and everything. And it's interesting to me that the casting directors just, going from show to show casting people, and then if they like their siblings or the family or whatever family member or friend, they move them onto a different show. That doesn't make sense to me, but hey, it is what it is. And then Nakia is the last one to go up. And it's interesting that Zach steps forward for Nakia and she decides to go with Nate. And I would have thought that Tyra was going to go for Nate, but surprise, she went for Ben. And you could see Zach went back to Savanna, but he wasn't happy. And I think that's already left a bad taste in her mouth because she's thinking, well, you really don't want to be with me. So I'd better wait for the next bombshell then, or you are going to pick the next bombshell that comes in and I have to go home. So it's obvious that one of them is likely going to be the first one to be eliminated. because they're not happy to be in that couple. I think Savanna's now got a bad taste in her mouth because Zach stepped forward, and I think Zach, on his part, or is already looking for an exit strategy. He's already looking for one of the girls who he thinks doesn't like their partner, or he's waiting for a bombshell, and then he's going to dip. Oh my God, it's going to be drama. So after everyone is coupled up, the islanders sort of tour the villa just to see where everything is, and where, I think, just to choose where, because they're going to be sharing beds, and so they want to see where the beds are, where everything is, and make themselves comfortable. They then have conversations with their, person that they've coupled up with, just to get to know one another. And you can see the tension. You can see Zach is still not happy. Zach is not happy. And Savanna didn't do herself any justice, because she started to talk about her tattoos of her exes, how she did one of her tattoos herself. And this just further put Zach off, because Zach was already out the door. And as soon as she started saying everything, and the fact that she said she likes toxic relationships, he walked out. He was physically there, but his soul is already walked out. He's already looking for his next conquest. I don't think he's in it anymore. And you have Tia and Trent. They seem happy. Tyra and Ben, they seem happy as well. But then you have Kira and Ollie, and they're sort of having a conversation, and you can see there's no connection there, because the islanders get ready for the night. They then sit, some by the fire pit, some look for places to sit, and they're having conversations. And what stood out to me was, before they went to sit down, you had Zach sort of telling all the guys about Savanna. And this is bad, because he's got, this negative vibe about her, and sort of speaking about it with the other guys is more or less shutting the door for her, because nobody else is going to want to talk to her, because he's telling them about the tattoos, he's telling them about the red flags, and now everybody's calling her a red flag. And it's like, why? I think she's going to be drama. I don't think the producers will want her to be sent home. I think if nothing else, they're going to keep her until they find someone for her. I don't think they would want her to be the first person to leave, but then you never know. Kira is telling Ollie that, she's not into him. Bronte's sister, she's telling Ollie. Well, she's sort of saying to Ollie, I'm not going to chase you. If you want to explore with other people, that's fine. If you want to stay, that's it. And I think his teeth, he thought it was a great thing, but I think it's put a lot of the girls off, the way they're so sparkly and so shiny and so white. And so she then says in a confessional, there's no romantic connection between the two of them, so she's not feeling it. And it's like, so why did you pick him? Zach stepped forward for you. You should have picked Zach then. Why did you pick someone you knew you didn't like, or there wasn't a sort of an emotional connection there? And it's like, I don't know. Nate and Nakia seem happy. They seem happy. They seem content in their conversations. So I don't know. The guys then go to the kitchen to look for something, and it's like, oh God, this is too slow. We need drama. So the islanders get ready for bed, and it's sad to see Savanna really trying with someone who's not interested. She said she's starting to grow feelings, and he says you're a bit too much, so it takes a lot. There's a lot to get to know before you decide. And it's like, why? Why would you say that? Why not just tell her that you're not interested and you want to move on, and she can try it with somebody else, instead of wasting her time and making her think that something is brewing when nothing is there? I don't like that. So everybody goes to bed, and it's interesting that, some people like Nakia are already saying that she's starting to, she wants to friend zone Nate. And it's like, why? Why? It's barely been 24 hours. Why would you want to friend zone someone? And you have Tia and Trent. They cuddle at night, and it's cute to see. Everybody else is sort of maintaining their personal space. And then in the morning, the girls have a debriefing, and already Kira has said, she sees Ollie more as a friend than anything else. You have Nakia tell the girls that she is now decided that, there's nothing there with Nate. There's no spark. And it's like, everybody's always looking for this spark. I don't know what the spark is supposed to feel like, because it seems everyone is obsessed in a relationship and all they want to find is a spark. They don't care about getting to know the person. As long as there's a spark, that's it. They're not bothered about anything else. And I have to give it to Tia, because Tia said, since you said you're friend zoning him, I'm going to try and get to know him and see if there's anything there, even though Trent is still my number one. And it's like, oh my God, Trent was getting the guys to swear to a bro code, and now you want to interfere with that bro code. Oh, things are starting to fall apart here. I hope, it doesn't cause drama, but hey, it is what it is. Oh my God, there's about to be drama. So anyway, the guys are working out and the girls are busy admiring the boys, working out. And everybody somehow has, interest in Nate because of how he was working out and how fit he looked. And it's like, oh, okay, it is what it is. Anyway, Nakia is pulled for a chat by Zach because Zach wanted Nakia and Nakia turned him down. So they have this conversation whereby Zach is trying to fill the waters to see if he's gotten in with Nakia because he really likes Nakia. And Nakia is sort of saying that yes, she's friend zoned Nate, but then she doesn't come out and sort of say that, Zach is her type. I think she wants to play hard to get and she really wants him to earn it. So during their conversation, he's suddenly able to sort of probe some information out of Nakia. Nakia was dying to tell someone. And it's no surprise that she told Zach of all people. So she lets it slip that, some of the girls are feeling Nate and they really want to talk to Nate and find out what's up. And so, he then asks about Savanna and he's told, well, she also wants to have a conversation with Nate. And he said it as a joke, but I think he meant it. I think he wanted to be the one that dumped Savanna. This is why he was saying all the negative things he was saying to the guys. I think he wanted to be the one in with the sort of power to either pick or drop Savanna. And so to find out that no, Savanna is actually exploring other connections, I think was surprising for him. And the fact that he had the audacity to take the tea and run over to the guys and tell Nate and Ollie about it. Nate was ecstatic because this is something he wasn't sort of thinking of because all the girls didn't pick him. He was lucky that he was picked by the last girl because she, I think, didn't feel anything with Zach. And so for him, it's sort of a boost to his ego. And he says, he wants to just continue to lay low and just take it as it comes and see what develops. And so it was cute to see. It was really cute to see. And it was good to see him actually be happy about something. So Tia finally has a chat with Nate because she was in a couple with Trent and Tara's in a couple with Ben, and they have both said they are open to getting to know Nate. And it's interesting for Nate because these people seemed sort of locked in and the guys were sort of respecting that. So the idea that Tia could have this amazing conversation with Nate and they could create this great connection. And Trent is up there busy gassing himself to Zach saying, oh, I am not threatened. I feel I've got a stronger connection with Tia. And Tia is saying in a confessional, well, my connection with Nate is going to be stronger than my connection with Trent. And it's like, oh my God, it's about to be messy. It's about to be messy. And so I like that for her. You can see she's attracted to Nate. You can see she's giddy. She's giddy with her excitement when she's speaking to Nate. And so poor Trent, I think Trent needs to start, looking for somebody else. Maybe he needs to go to Savanna since none of the guys want Savanna. And so I don't know. We'll see what happens. The Islanders get ready and then, Nate decides to propose a toast and this toast is still cheat and fight, and everybody's like, what do you mean? And so when he really goes into detail about it, you can see all the girls are giddy because they're excited because of how emotional, and it shows emotional maturity, and so they're happy with everything he's saying, and I could not be more excited for them. I really, wish the best for them. And I don't know, I have a feeling that Trent is going to be heartbroken. He's going to be heartbroken because his girl is gone. She is gone, sadly, for him. So the Islanders received their first text message, and it's to say that a bombshell is coming, and apparently it's Lucinda from the UK version of Love Island season 7. I didn't watch season 7, so I don't know who she is. And it's like, why do they keep bringing people from other seasons or other sort of our countries to a different show? What is it meant to do? I remember last time they brought Jess to the UK version and it didn't make any difference really. There wasn't really much going for her apart from the fact that I think they just brought her for an islander that they felt didn't have a match, but they wanted to keep on the show. And so the guys are ecstatic that Lucinda's there. The girls are nervous and they're very anxious because Trent suddenly is, he's perked up, he's excited because, Lucinda is there. And yet it's like, I thought he was settled in his couple and he wasn't looking forward to, pursuing things with anybody else. And I don't know. Even Nate is open to getting to know her. I think it's because the girls that are in the villa didn't choose him first and is worried that they might actually choose to stay in their couples. And already Nakia has told people that he's in a friendship couple. So I give it to him to continue to explore connections with everyone to see who he can couple up with. And so I don't know. The girls eventually speak to Lucinda and it's like, The first episode was just dragging. I don't even know why we really needed it to be that slow or why we needed it to be that long. I don't know. We'll see what will happen in episode 2. I can't wait. Apparently there's a new bombshell coming in, a guy called Reed. So I don't think, even though it was announced that they'll be eliminating one of the girls, but I don't get why they would eliminate a girl and then bring in a guy. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Or maybe it's because they've brought in a girl first. So we'll see how it plays out. But it was an okay episode. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't, it was a bit draggy. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll try and review episode 2 as soon as I can, or it might be tomorrow morning. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. See you in the next